The National Electrical Code, or NEC, is a set of safety standards for electrical installations. It includes requirements for electrical work performed by qualified personnel, covering protective clothing and equipment. NFPA 70E, Standard for Electrical Safety in the Workplace, provides guidelines for the selection and use of personal protective equipment, including uniforms for electrical workers. Article 110.16 requires employers to provide training on the use of personal protective equipment, including uniforms, to employees exposed to electrical hazards. Key features of NEC-compliant electrical uniforms include flame-resistant fabric. Uniforms must be made from flame-resistant fabric that meets specific standards. These standards include ASTM D6413, which is the standard test method for flame resistance of textiles vertical. NFPA 70E, Section 130.7, subsection C, paragraph 12 requires a minimum flame-resistant rating of 8 calories per centimeter squared. Uniforms should provide arc flash protection to the level required for the specific task. Arc flash protection is measured in calories per centimeter squared. Uniforms should be highly visible to enhance worker safety in low light conditions. Uniforms should be durable and able to withstand the rigors of electrical work. Uniforms should fit properly to ensure comfort and safety. Other considerations include task hazard assessments. Conduct a task hazard assessment to determine the specific electrical hazards present and the appropriate level of protection required for uniforms. Provide training to employees in the proper use and care of electrical uniforms. Inspect uniforms regularly for damage or wear and tear, and repair or replace as necessary. By complying with NEC regulations, you can help ensure the safety of employees who perform electrical work. Firstly, we will discuss flame-resistant or FR fabric. Flame resistance is crucial for electrical uniforms to protect workers from potential arc flashes and other thermal hazards. The standards set by ASTM D6413 provide a benchmark for assessing the flame resistance of textiles. This test involves vertically suspending a fabric sample and exposing it to a flame for a specified period, measuring the char length and after flame time to determine its flame-resistant properties. Secondly, NFPA 70E, Section 130.7, subsection C, paragraph 12, sets a minimum flame-resistant rating of 8 calories per centimeter squared for electrical uniforms. This rating indicates the amount of heat energy the fabric can withstand before igniting or melting. It is important to choose uniforms with an appropriate flame-resistant rating based on the potential arc flash hazards present in the work environment. Thirdly, arc flash protection is a critical aspect of electrical safety. An arc flash is a dangerous electrical explosion that can cause severe burns, injuries, and even fatalities. Electrical uniforms should provide adequate arc flash protection to mitigate these risks. The level of protection required depends on the potential arc flash hazards associated with specific tasks. The protection is measured in calories per centimeter squared, which represents the amount of heat energy the fabric can withstand before causing a second-degree burn. Fourthly, high visibility is an essential feature of electrical uniforms, especially in low-light conditions or environments with heavy machinery. High-visibility uniforms enhance worker safety by making them more visible to others, reducing the risk of accidents and collisions. These uniforms typically incorporate fluorescent colors and reflective materials to maximize visibility in various lighting conditions. Fifthly, durability is a key consideration for electrical uniforms, as they are often subjected to demanding work environments and potential exposure to harsh conditions. Uniforms should be made from durable materials that can withstand the rigors of electrical work, including abrasion, tearing, and exposure to chemicals or other hazards. Reinforced stitching and durable hardware can further enhance the longevity and reliability of electrical uniforms. Sixthly, proper fit is essential for ensuring both comfort and safety when wearing electrical uniforms. Uniforms that are too tight can restrict movement and increase the risk of heat stress, while uniforms that are too loose can snag on equipment or create tripping hazards. It is important to choose uniforms that fit properly and allow for a full range of motion while providing adequate protection. Seventhly, task hazard assessments are crucial for determining the specific electrical hazards present in the workplace and the appropriate level of protection required for uniforms. A thorough hazard assessment involves identifying potential arc flash hazards, shock hazards, and other electrical risks associated with specific tasks. This assessment should consider factors such as voltage levels, equipment types, and work practices to determine the necessary protective measures. Eighthly, employee training is essential for ensuring the proper use and care of electrical uniforms. Employees should be trained on how to select, inspect, wear, and maintain their uniforms to maximize their effectiveness and longevity. Training should also cover the potential hazards associated with electrical work and the importance of using personal protective equipment correctly. Ninthly, regular inspections and maintenance are necessary to ensure that electrical uniforms remain in good condition and provide adequate protection. Uniforms should be inspected regularly for signs of damage, wear, or contamination. Any damaged or worn uniforms should be repaired or replaced promptly to maintain their protective capabilities. Proper laundering and storage practices can also help extend the life of electrical uniforms. In summary, complying with NEC regulations for electrical uniforms is essential for ensuring the safety of employees who perform electrical work. By selecting uniforms with appropriate flame resistance, arc flash protection, high visibility, durability, and proper fit, and by providing adequate training and maintenance, employers can help mitigate the risks associated with electrical hazards in the workplace. Remember that the specific requirements for electrical uniforms may vary depending on the specific tasks being performed and the potential hazards present. It is important to consult with safety professionals and refer to relevant standards and regulations to ensure compliance and worker safety. Arc flash protection is paramount when dealing with electrical systems. It's essential to understand the concept of incident energy, which is the amount of heat energy a worker could be exposed to during an arc flash event. This energy is measured in calories per centimeter squared. The higher the potential incident energy, the greater the arc flash protection required. Flame-resistant clothing plays a vital role in mitigating the effects of an arc flash. FR fabrics are designed to resist ignition and prevent the spread of flames. They also provide insulation, reducing the amount of heat transferred to the worker's skin. The arc rating of FR clothing indicates the level of arc flash protection it provides. This rating is expressed in calories per centimeter squared and represents the maximum incident energy the clothing can withstand without causing a second-degree burn. When selecting FR clothing, it's crucial to choose items with an arc rating that meets or exceeds the potential incident energy for the task. Layering FR clothing can increase the level of arc flash protection. However, it's important to ensure that all layers are made of FR materials. Non-FR clothing worn underneath FR clothing can ignite and cause severe burns. High visibility clothing is another important aspect of electrical safety. Workers who perform tasks in low light conditions or near moving equipment should wear high visibility garments to enhance their visibility and reduce the risk of accidents. High visibility clothing typically features fluorescent colors and reflective materials. These materials reflect light back to its source, making the wearer more visible to others. The American National Standards Institute, or ANSI, sets standards for high visibility safety apparel. These standards specify the minimum amount of reflective material required for different types of garments. Proper fit is crucial for both comfort and safety. Ill-fitting clothing can restrict movement, increase the risk of heat stress, and create snag hazards. FR clothing should fit comfortably without being too tight or too loose. It's important to choose sizes that allow for a full range of motion. Regular inspection and maintenance are essential for ensuring that electrical uniforms remain in good condition and provide adequate protection. FR clothing should be inspected regularly for signs of damage, such as tears, holes, or excessive wear. Damaged clothing should be repaired or replaced immediately. FR clothing should also be laundered properly to maintain its flame-resistant properties. Follow the manufacturer's instructions for washing and drying. Avoid using bleach or fabric softeners, as these can damage the attire fabric. Employee training is a critical component of any electrical safety program. Workers should be trained on the hazards of electrical work, the proper use of personal protective equipment, and the importance of following safety procedures. Training should also cover the selection, inspection, and maintenance of electrical uniforms. Employers should conduct regular hazard assessments to identify potential electrical hazards in the workplace. These assessments should consider factors such as voltage levels, equipment types, and work practices. Based on the hazard assessment, employers should implement appropriate safety measures, including the use of personal protective equipment, safe work procedures, and engineering controls. The NEC and NFPA 70E provide comprehensive guidance on electrical safety. These standards are updated regularly to reflect the latest advancements in technology and safety practices. Employers should stay informed about these standards and ensure that their electrical safety programs are in compliance. Electrical safety is a shared responsibility. Employers and employees must work together to create a safe work environment. By following safety procedures, using personal protective equipment, and staying informed about electrical hazards, we can prevent accidents and injuries.